been a minute since I've actually talked to you guys, so I actually just want to give you a rundown on actually what's been going on. So from the last video you saw, went up to New York, picked up my son, came back, and we are actually working on his Civic, trying to get that thing running maybe in the next month or so. But with an update on the Miata, I actually blew the transmission up. So the tranny completely froze up, wouldn't go forward or backwards. We dropped that transmission out. A good friend of mine, Junior, over at Phillips Tire and Auto, he actually had a spare transmission and a rebuild kit, so he went ahead and rebuilt another transmission for me. We got back into town. My son actually dropped the transmission on the Miata, put the other transmission in, and within 2 days I lost fifth. So burned up fifth gear, basically just rolling into it, and I think we were at like 24 pounds or something like that, and it just turned straight into a neutral. So Miata's down again, so that's just gonna put us just working on the Civic for now. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna go ahead and just fix that fifth gear, get the car running again, or if I'm gonna invest in getting a BMW transmission and doing that whole BMW swap. But I gotta see what's going on. But priority right now is actually Julian's car. So what I got going today is we had a header laying around, and I'm actually going to try to cut this header into pieces and try to make it fit the K head that he has. He has that the head that basically just has that one single port out. So here's what I got. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this flange here and actually make a plate for this and see if I can fab it up and weld it up so that we can try to save some money here and actually just reuse that header. The second portion of it is over here, which is actually not too bad. It's not too bad. Let me put it down so I can give you guys a better look at it. So I might be able to just boom. So this, I'm hoping we can get it. We might have to pie cut this piece and make this turn tighter here, but should be able to maybe make something work. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's basically where I'm at now, and let me see if I can put a video together for you guys, because it's been a minute and I kind of miss talking to the camera. So let's see where we go. Thanks, guys. Try this one more time. I thought I was recording, but obviously I wasn't. So here's where I'm at. I actually got the header cut, so I cut the header off. Got this little flange flattened out a little bit wider so that it actually covers this entire hole, but it'll have a flange and it'll stick out right about here. So that's the plan so far. Here's the flange. So we're gonna cut that out, get that ready, and Julian is actually working on the subframe. So We picked up a DC, right?
Yeah, we picked up a DC subframe off of an old ass Integra. And I was gonna go with the EG1, but they're basically the same thing. So what we got here is I got the steering rack out. I'm gonna replace it with a manual steering rack, just so I don't have to worry about replacing boots and stuff like that. I just got a new one straight from the get. This I'm prepping to get painted. We're just gonna paint it black, but I just want it to look a little cleaner. Yeah, that's about it for right now.
That's about it right now. Yep. And so there's the actual EM1. It's got some dents in it here and there, but we'll clean all that stuff up too. And we're definitely going to probably paint the engine bay before we start slapping or anything else in there. But that's where we're at. Let me finish the flange. Once I'm done with the flange, I'll show you where we're at and see how this is going to work out. But I won't be able to finish the header until the motor's in, so I can figure out how to clear the backside of it. But that's where we're at. Oh, damn it. So the test fit is going very, very well. The K-swap and the EM1. What do you got to say about that?
Nothing but smiles.
What's up, fam? So just kind of wanted to give you guys an update on where we're at with the EM1 K-swap for my son. And what we ended up doing is actually picking up a DC subframe, because the EK subframe was in the way and one of the motor mounts was not lining up at all, so we couldn't even get it to sit in there properly. But Julian can probably explain that a little bit better than I can. But here's what we got so far is the DC subframe is in and the motor mounts all lined up perfectly, so we have it sitting in there with the motor mounts all locked in place. These two front ones. The back one, we actually have the wrong bracket. I think this is what, for a 5-speed?
This actually, I was looking at somebody else's build yesterday, and he had an EG, but he was still using this T bracket. But his engine and transmission was all from a RSX Type S. So I'm assuming, because I don't read, that I bought the wrong engine mounts, and I bought them for the RSX Type S engine for this chassis. But the issue is these two side mounts, pretty generic, and they actually bolted up and the engine fits. I can close the hood actually, but this T-bracket doesn't actually bolt to the bottom side of the transmission or in the top side. So I'm actually doing some research right now to see what the right bracket looks like, so we can use that as a reference, because I'm not buying engine mounts. We're just gonna
we're just gonna cut that one and make it work. So whatever we need to do.
I think this is a mounting point. This is a mounting point, and then there's another one further down. So we have 3 good mounting points that we can use, but I just want to find the reference before we actually start cutting and welding.
Yep.
So
no, that's good. That's kind of what I want to see too. I want to be able to maybe look at it and see what we can do with the other one. But we also, you know, I started making a little header flange so that we can kind of just get the car running. But Julian, we eventually will probably buy a nice header and stuff like that. But we're trying to save some money just to get the car going. Yep. We went ahead and painted the subframe, like I said, and I think we will end up stripping the bay and actually painting the bay. But we're just test fitting everything now to see what else we need to pick up. Or
so if you are doing a K-swap for EK, you're going to run into this issue where the heater core bracket will actually hit the DC or the EG subframe. So you're going to have to cut that out. We just ran into that. So that's just a little tip for anybody else who's doing this.
Yeah, we're definitely going to cut that out. And we're going to address all the rust in here and make sure that it lasts for another 20 years, you know?
Yep.
So, but yeah, that's where we're at. We're going to see what else we got to do, but hopefully that helps some of you guys out there that are trying to do the same swap.
Yeah.